All right, test 1, 2. Hello. Hello. Sorry, let me go put up the guitar. You heard me playing, right? Yeah, yeah, totally. Ugh. All right. Now I just want to put some chill music on. Let me find some lo-fi or something. We'll get on the just chatting here. Somebody say hello so we can have a chat. Where's my Nintendo lo-fi? Nintendo lo-fi. This looks good enough. All right. We are chilling. So, today, we're going to talk about what we thought was impossible. Jarl got some LL points. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I think it was Battle Hardened Barcelona to be exact, which was pretty sweet. We got there. Now, when you know it, it was a CYB Rampart style deck. We're not going to hate. We still think those decks are viable. And they are when you dodge Enigma. Okay? Okay. So, here it is. This is the list right here. This is, I think, public knowledge at this point, right? Like, you can find it on fabtcg.com in the deck list links and all that good stuff. And this one, I believe, is on Fabrary with most of the matchup buttons and whatnot. This is what I'm going to be using today. We'll kind of play around with it and whatnot, but I'll give you my thoughts on it very briefly, right? So, or not briefly, depends on what you guys want. So anyway, we have the normal setup here, but hey, look at this, Rampart. I need an excuse to play Rampart because I have a gold one, and I want it to be good. I want it to be good. And instead of playing Mario for Pro Tour, I would love to play some Jarl. So maybe we'll make that happen. Hello, hello, and good day, nights to you. Probably night as well. Don't want to assume based on the name, but hey. But yeah, Rampart. So obviously the way this is played is going to be very synergistic with your instant speed, count your blessings, right? Your 2 cost and also your staunch responses and things of that nature. Now, it was significantly better when we had Crown of Seeds, but we will never see that card again. Don't get your hopes up. Never going to happen. All right. What is up, Tyler? So, yeah, Crown of Seeds, overly busted card. We've seen it. We played with it. We don't need it anymore. Well, we kind of need it, but we're not going to get it. And we'll have some support later, so wouldn't worry too much about that. I'm trying to adjust this music to where it's not overtaking. That's probably good. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, the main sequence of this deck is Rampart, count your blessings, and then you have some staunch response in the sideboard. You also have your pulse here. And it is extremely effective against the rune blades and things of that nature, right? Kind of makes sense because you can use your extra resources, use your Rampart, do your thing. Now, this list does have Stalagmite in the sideboard. It's only for one matchup. That matchup is Cindra, because you can't really just fatigue the Cindra. They do a little too much at once. So the best way to do that is to play the Rampart, or not, sorry, the Stalagmite. Just to kind of stumble their turns, and you play as much disruption as you can. It's playing Felling, no Plow. Okay. Now, I know on my first tier list that I had with Aaron Grace and Taylor Crawford, we had them on there, and we were talking about some of these cards that are good Jarl cards. And, you know, I've always been a big fan of Felling, but not really a big fan of Plow Under. That card is hit or miss. I think the card is good by itself. I think the value of the card is really strong, but Felling of the Crown is obviously a banger of a card all the time. Ponder is not so much, not all the time. So Makes sense that it's only playing Felling the Crown. It's a 3-block Earth to kind of supplement your Oakenold. As we know, it is not where you are. Well, that's good. Glad you're inside hanging out with me, having a good chat about Jarl. So the big thing here is notice the number of attack actions in the list. Okay, it is Command and Conquer, it is Felling, and it is Oaken, and this is in the main board, right? We have one more set plus one here for a tech card. So way, way, way low, because everything else in the blue slot is not an attack, except for Fruits of the Forest, that is in the sideboard for a reason, right? And this all kind of makes sense. So it's playing Buckles, it's playing Towering Titan. This card is sweet. If you haven't seen this since WTR era, this is a wombo combo against Viserai with this card. But the main reason it's here is because it blocks 3 and it costs 3 or more to be able to supplement your Titan's Fist, right? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 times 3 is 15, 16, and I think that's it. 17, 18, 19. So you have 19 blues that make sure that your hammer is going to be coming in for 4, right? Which is a lot more than what we're used to. The previous list, just to give you an idea, ratio is about 12. Yeah, 12. I know, it's not a lot. It's not a lot. But yeah, this one is a lot more consistent at making your weapon more efficient to swing. But the thing is, with those previous lists that we've been playing, the ones that are more mid-rangey, you don't really want to swing your weapon very often. This deck, you do want to swing your weapon as often as you can, because most of the time you're blocking with your whole hand. You keep one card, you swing a weapon. It's the most efficient thing to do, right? So it kind of makes sense. Now, there's no Winter's Bite or anything like that. We're seeing a bunch of 3 blocks like we're talking about here. Some 2 blocks in the sideboard, but these are kind of tech cards based on different things that you're trying to do. Wish you had Ice Shield and Plow Under. Ice Shield, I think, if you're going to get them, get it in that order. Literally Ice Shield, Plow Under, for sure. You can do just fine without the Plow Under. He was playing Blitz earlier today. WLL. Well, you were playing Blitz. Okay. Yeah. Well is what that was, I assume. But yeah, so no Winter's Bite or anything like that. It's all just a bunch of 3 blocks, and it's very pushed towards that to be able to more optimally fatigue. So this person, I don't know them personally, haven't talked to them or anything like that, but they had to have dodged every Enigma, and if they did get paired into an Enigma, it was no more than 1. And then I saw the top 8, and I was like, oh, this might be a really good battle harden for Jarl, because like every single one of those matchups is winnable, and some of them very favored, right? The fact that it was Verdance and Jarl in the finals was very interesting. And I didn't have my money on Jarl because of the Heart of Ice and the Norman Boots. That's all there was. I've fatigued in the past and done that and gotten out of like the kill you range with Jarl before, but that was with 3 AB. So I thought the 2 AB, depending on their build, could be a little difficult. But I guess Count Your Blessings does kind of just gain you out. But anyway, the other interesting thing about this list that I really, really like here is the 3 Mangle and the 3 Unforgiving, or Unforgetting Unforgiving. So the way this list has leaned, at least in my very limited amount of testing, has been if you can get an Imposing or a Grumble off to go get Grumble, like Imposing to go get Grumble, then you absolutely want to do that. A lot of decks are really based around their armor and equipment, right? So, big thing for some new heroes, just as an example, Assassin. Assassin really likes Flick Knives, so does Cindra, right? If you can put a -1 counter on their Flick Knives, they never want to block with that stuff. And so you're going to be the one to try to push the destruction on that, right, with the Mangles, and then you'll have basically a 1-card draw card, but block 4. You're almost playing better version of Test of Strength for Victor, but you get to draw the card that you want, right? Which is really cool. It's the weapon that Verdance had. It's the reason why she didn't combo. I see. So it was Waning Moon. They didn't have the Surgent Aethertide, I guess. If that's the case, that's like super interesting. I would not have guessed that. But yeah, so back to this. I really like this option here. You're getting to play all of the 4 blocks. You have, 12 4 blocks just inherently here with this, and I like the fact that you're getting to play this card because I think this card is really cool. I didn't think it was that great, but this guy made it work. Won a battle hardened. I can't really downplay that, right? So see you tomorrow. I've always been a big fan of this card as well. You guys may know that, but this can be a little hit or miss sometimes. But I love that it's coming back. One Blizzard is kind of interesting. If I were to make some changes to this list, of course, I'm not the authority on this list, but I would consider maybe playing one more Blizzard just because the Cindra matchup does seem a little dicey, and I'm not super confident in that. But yeah, so tomorrow, just to have a little bit of recursion, then Remembrance, you can get back your Mangles and do some more dominate things, and you kind of want to keep your gauntlets around a little more in this list and kind of just burning them. Of course, you use it for a breakpoint if you need to, but the option to be able to just have like on-demand dominate, like early game disruption effectively into late game dominate is really, really neat. Good chunk of Verdants are off Surgeon. Now Moon's just as lethal on combo turn. Surgeon Staff is just more fun. Interesting. Okay. So like, is that the case? Is that really the case? I don't know. I would think like if you're playing Surgeon, you do your combo, you crack your potions, do your thing, you rampant growth, and then you Surgent for whatever the number is, 9 or something, right? I don't remember the exact numbers, but then you push that off to be able to push more damage. The Moon is only 3 damage, right? So, I mean, I feel like the damage drop off is pretty significant there. That I would at least want that in the sideboard probably. I would think. I'm not a Verdance official or anything like that, but I have played it a little bit. I'm surprised. I would think that the numbers are like decently significant. Maybe you make it up throughout the game because you're able to use it more often. It does more damage than the Surgent. But Surgent with Tree is like actually insane too, right? So I don't know. I can see it both ways. If you're telling me that it's just as good, then I'll argue a little bit, but I won't argue that much. Okay, so staunch response, 1 Smack of Reality. I thought this was interesting too because like based on the board plan, I believe you play more than 60 into Viscerai. You play 63, so I'm not sure if that is exactly correct. I would imagine so because most of these cards I'm like pretty happy to see if I were them. Actually, no, this should probably be out, right? I would probably take this out. I hate messing with somebody else's board plan, but I mean, if you're not playing Mangle, it just makes sense to not have this card, right? So, Substream played this list yesterday without trees because I don't own one and got a sweet 3-0 at your LGS. I was able to fatigue a new and the deck felt great. Ram math with CYB is good. Yes. In his video, he says he likes the 2 damage from the Waning Moon over time. You see, that's what I was talking about, right? The 2 damage over time, if you make up that value throughout the rest of the course of the game, sure. You can't do Surgeon on your opponent's turn. I mean, yeah, but like, when are you ever playing something on your opponent's turn? Is there like instant speed that I just don't know about? That I forget about? I don't think so. So most of the time you're probably popping off and you can't use Surgeon anyway. The difference is 2 versus 1 damage. There's not like instant speed stuff, right? It only matters on like the 1 combo turn when you pop your Storm Striders. Am I crazy? Block 4 is good. I agree block 4 is good. But if we're actively trying to find this card and arsenal it, like, you don't need 12 4 blocks, I would think. At 60, you're not getting fatigued by Viscerai ever. Yeah, please enlighten me what the system. If I'm missing something, I don't know if I am. It's not like Icelander, right? So can't just like get the extra value from that most of the time. He doesn't attack most of the time on Verdants nowadays. They like sending 1/4 Arcane plus Moon. See, yeah, that makes more sense to me. I can understand that. You go like some Scalding Rain style effect and then you 2 more, so you're going 6 every single turn, but it's evasive damage, so it's worth a little bit more, right? So you're 2 cards 6. Rampant Growth is completely instant, I agree. So you can Waning Moon on that. Is that enough to justify it, though? Right? You see what I'm saying? How do I go to cards? Cards. Rampant Growth. Okay, Wizard Instant, you can amp on your opponent's turn. I don't know, that seems like... Wait, hold on. Hold on, I might be enlightening. I may have found enlightenment. It's not your turn, instead deal 3, only activate if you played a non-attack action card this turn. If you've played a non-attack action card this turn. Okay, so this does not trigger with Rampant Growth. Yeah, these are both instants, right? So, really love the way he crafted the blues on the Jarl list because new can't utilize anything there. Absolutely. Absolutely. That has been a pretty common theme for most Jarls. You think it could be better to side Crown of Providence and run head a B to get Quicksilver value against this? Quicksilver value? What are you talking about? Oh, the boots. Yes, sorry. That's what I did before. So I'll show the list before that I have. So this is my Memphis here. So let me go to this. So this is Memphis. So I played the Northern Hood plus the quick dodge flexors. So when I would play against Viscerai, I would have this setup, right? And I thought that was pretty strong, but ultimately not having enough smack really kind of hurt me. So it's an option. I think with this fatigue style list, I don't think it's like that uber relevant. So next thing New can do is use CLF to stop D-reacts. Yeah, that is a thing too. If that's the best thing they're doing, you're not really upset, right? So, and that's like way late game. Okay, so getting back on track. Let's look at some of these matchups here. There's a bunch of them, right? So I want to kind of pinpoint some of these for the RTM meta, if you guys decide that you want to play this, right? Because if I was going to play Jarl, I would probably take this for this meta. I mean, this is well crafted to tackle a certain meta. You're going to lose to every single Enigma, but everything else you'll do just fine. What do you think about Call to Grave and Florian and Verdance? Call to Grave, that's the one that gets a card from your deck and puts it into the graveyard. I don't think that is doing you very many favors, right? So I wouldn't usually want to go with that. Why would you want to do that? So you can get the 4 quicker? But you get the 4 really quick anyway, right? See what I'm saying? I feel like the list is just really tight, and you want to make sure that you have the 3 blocks, because it's a 2 block if I remember correctly. And you want to be able to benefit off of your embodiments when you're playing against aggro. So Call of Grave plus Tomb or Plume is a tutor. That is true. But most of the time when you're wanting to activate Plume, you're going to have something that you want to play. I mean, these decks are not like quick aggro stuff, right? Like, you're going to play a longer game. You probably don't need another 2-block that isn't Earth or an attack, right? See what I'm saying? It's true. Yeah, that's true. Doesn't trigger on Rampant, but I'm noting that sometimes Verdant, you're killing them with something like Sigil Shield, Rampant Growth. Yes, I agree with that. I do agree with that. You can do something along those lines. I think that is interesting. But you're only Waning Moon for +3 on that turn. You just have to do the math, right? I feel like this is a Verdant stream at this point. I guess it's an Earth stream. We'll categorize that. You have to do the math on whether or not it's worth using Surgent and having the synergy with Millennium Tree, right? Doing something like that, and then being able to play a follow-up card. So if people they only have AB1, they take 4, you play something else, it comes in for 7, right? Like a Scalding Rain for 7. That's really big value, and you get to keep your tree around a lot, right? So if you do the numbers and get the statistical average of what these things are, I'm not sure that there's going to be a significant difference. I actually think Surgent Aether Tide would probably beat out Waning Moon in the mid-range to slower matchups, whereas the Waning Moon you would want more in the aggro matchups, right? Does that make sense? So maybe this world you play both. But if you're going to play one, I would probably consider which one is more important for targeting a certain meta. Like if it's a very aggressive meta, then obviously Waning Moon might be the better card. Okay, so back to this Viscerai. So we kind of talked about the overall list and everything. You know, I didn't go into too much detail on what exactly is in the list when it comes to these blues, because we know all of these cards. We've seen all of these cards. Most of you people have been playing this game for a long time, or you have been watching Jarl for a little bit, because this is probably, I don't know, like our 4th stream talking about Jarl, maybe more. We'll eventually start to segment off a little bit. I think we're probably going to give Guardian a little bit of a break, but don't let me get ahead of myself. Might play some Mario pretty soon just to get some deviation out there. But anyway, so here you're adding more of these blues. Season tomorrow, so tomorrow. Fruits of the Forest, going really high on the blues. I know it's high. It's high for this deck, right? It's 35. Everything else you were not bringing in. Staunch Response, not a very good card. Into Viscerai, they kind of go lower and wider. They do have some tall things, but like for it to line up with our 2 Staunch Response, it's kind of asking a lot. Mangle is a somewhat decent. It's okay. It's kind of mid, but the big thing is you could like maybe hit their creepers or something, which could be pretty good. But they are citing this out. This is not me doing the sideboard guide. This is them. This is the Battle-Hardened winner doing it. Let me remind you. So I'm going to trust this judgment. The only thing that I took out here is the Unforgetting to get down to 60 so we could find our smack reality, right? So no Staunch Response, no Remembrance. You're not getting fatigued. Never going to get fatigued. This is the first time watching the Carl stream, so I know nothing. The Carl stream, okay. Well, I'll go into a little bit for you. Tree of Verdance is a must in Florian. I would have it in sideboard and have CMH in the main deck. I agree, Tree is obviously a must in Verdance. I've been liking Tree a lot in Florian too. Now, I haven't been playing it, but I think it is very strong in those mid-range to slower matchups, right? I think there's some relevance there. But maybe it's just good enough to play mainboard because it is a 3-block non-attack earth card. See what I'm saying? So I've seen some lists that were playing at mainboard and I actually kind of like it. So, okay, but talking about the Jarl stuff, obviously Oak and Old, you have to play this card. Every single variation of this hero is going to be playing this card. This is best disruption that it possibly has, right next to Felling of the Crown, the uninteractable destruction. Command and Conquer, you already know that. Rebound Carapace, this allows you to decompose quickly, right? This is the first thing you want to decompose. That way, whenever you get to your Fellings, you're actually able to do something relevant with it. And come in for 8, right? That's the big thing, is you want to come in for 8. So that is the package here, kind of small package, obviously. We have some other Earth and whatnot. Not a ton, which is probably why there's not a lot of Plow Unders in this list specifically. Where you could potentially cut maybe another blue or a couple of sideboard slots. But the big thing is Mangle combo with the gloves. Gloves is if you pitch an Earth, it gets +2. If you pitch an Ice, it gets Dominate. If you pitch both, you get both, right? So that's that. With the crumble effect. So big thing, this deck is very lean towards crumbling, it feels like. If I can turn 1 crumble, I'm feeling great, especially if I'm playing the block card. So dual Earth works with your gloves, perfect. So the big thing with this, in the Viserai, I would absolutely fatigue first and foremost. Basically the exact same game plan that I've played in the past. Is if they are attacking me, I am full blocking, I don't care about attacking them back. I just want to mitigate and save as much damage as possible. If they stop attacking me, I want to do things to them, right? Makes sense. Big thing is if I can get to my smack, arsenal this, and then I have a bunch of blues, I can play a Towering Titan. This forces them to go off. If they decide, okay, Towering Titan, whatever, build up some more rune chance, then you literally blow up everything. You blow up the world. Best thing you could possibly want. So this is similar plan to my Flourishes and my Ice Quakes and the other lists. So didn't this Jarl winner cheat? I have not heard this. This is a rumor, I guess. If you want to enlighten me, that's fine. I still think this list is solid overall. Whether there was some cheating or not, I cannot comment on that because I have no information. First I've heard, yeah, see. Fair enough. All right, we're going to move on just a little bit. He made a mistake and put a card from pitch to grave. Didn't seem intentional thing. Yeah, I feel like that's a self-harm, right? Like, you don't want to do that. So this was at the finals, sure. If that's the case and it was at the finals, it's been a long day, things are going to happen. Like, you pitch something, you put it in the grave. Like, it'd be one thing if you played something and then put it on the bottom of your deck. It's the opposite, right? So it doesn't seem like it would ever be malicious. Unless it was like a CYB or something that they put in the grave. Would you all play yellow Rootbound Carapace? No, I do not believe so. You're a blue heavy deck. When you need resources, you need them to be blue. I think you played it extra safe and a very even-rounded opponent of any triggers before fatiguing them. Was that the shelter originally sent to pitch instead of grave? Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to go back and watch it. Let's move on to Arachne. So this is assuming new Arachne, Mario, and Slippy. Kind of the same idea, but you just fatigue them, right? You play everything but a Remembrance. You play Rampart, call it a day. So, you know, the way I usually play these fatigue decks is, yeah, I play the hand to maximum value as much as I can. Because when you slam a bunch of cards together, you're going to get some bad hands. But the fortunate thing about that is most of the time you're blocking, all you have to care about is this number at the bottom, right? So it's actually pretty easy to play these lists, right? So I played against my teammate Taylor with this list. He wanted to test a little bit of Mario. And if you don't like the name Mario, sorry, it's a me. But anyway, he was playing a more aggressive style Mario. I played my Jarl list. The game was super close. He actually won. I came back out of nowhere, did like some huge kiss of death turn, flinging stuff, and I just died, right? He was super surprised. We were both surprised. because it is an unfavored matchup. We can tell that very easily. This list stomped it. Wasn't even close. I was at like 30 something, right? So, I mean, this deck, very good against Mario. You can make a lot of mistakes and still pretty easily win, in my opinion. Next is... I guess we can talk about Cindra. Cindra's the new hotness as well. This one was really interesting to me too. So there's some notes here, and this is just like me translating. Unfortunately, I don't speak Spanish, so I didn't know exactly. You know, I took Spanish in high school, but it didn't retain. I didn't retain most of it. But it says, you know, clench your ass and defend very well. I thought that was funny. Destroy Flick Knives early. Try to combo Stalagmite with another equip card to block 4 or 5 with an on hit. So that's the important part. Stop the on hits, which would be max momentum, right? They have a lot of on hits with the fact that they have a headpiece that just does it. Throw Blizzard at starter if he has momentum, or Arsenal if not. Useful fruits live in the late game. Yeah, see, there's the translate coming in. Boots on turn of specialization. So the specialization is the one where the daggers get more power and they cost less, right? I think. Is it specialization or legendary that does that? Somebody clarify for me. But anyway, yeah, this one is kind of interesting, right? Because you have to play efficiently and defensively, but then find your windows to clap back. I think this matchup it might be unfavored because you don't have a lot of ice. You don't have a lot of ways to disrupt them. If you can blow up their Flick Knives, I feel like it's pretty okay. Like it might be closer to a 50-50, maybe a little bit favored, but like if you're not chaining these channels, like this is your only disruption besides the Blizzard. And I guess Oakenold if you naturally get that in your Command and Conquer. It's a legendary specialization and a rare card. Okay, let me look that up. Just want to make sure. I haven't played much Cindra, so I feel like it would pop up if I just typed in the word Cindra because it's here, right? So legendary. Oh, I can't spell. Legend. Okay. Surely it's easy enough to find. I'll know the art of the card here. Right, this isn't a spec, but this is the card we're talking about, right? It's got to be the card we're talking about. Yeah, that was the only one, right? Yep. Yep, that's it. So, yeah, the daggers cost 1 less, so that's what he's talking about. No, it's all good. I'm just making sure. So, it does have Cindra on it. That's fair. It kind of looks like a specialization, right? So it is that kind of card that has the hero on the art, but yeah, exactly. Hold on. I got one of those. You guys want to see another one of those cards that has the hero on it, but isn't a specialization? Oh no! Don't sideboard that card. Hey, look at this. You see this Oldham specialization right here? You seen this card? This Oldham specialization? With Oldham on it? Yeah. Yeah. So... anyway, yeah, so these notes make sense to me. I just need to play test this more. But this is the matchup. If I was to be afraid of any matchup other than Enigma, it would probably be this one. All the Sacred Arts from MST2. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I guess they aren't specializations, huh? That's wild. Endless Winter is a spec. That one is a spec. That one is an Oldham specialization. So we we are all over the place today, all over the place. Yeah, let me show you. I'm very familiar with that card. I love that card. Endless Winter is sweet. Sometimes you wish it wasn't a spec. Absolutely, dude. I fucking slammed the shit out of this card. If it was not a spec, I'd be going crazy with this card. It'd be so good, so good. I mean, the on hit is nuts. Just the on, it's not fuse, just the on hit, and then if you fuse it, it's broken. It's so good. Why do I have so many tabs? Delete some of these tabs. Get rid of you. Okay. All right. So, don't know if anybody or anyone has covered this, but what about the Smash only Titan for pumping? Yeah. So we talked a little bit about that. I'll go back just very quickly. So Smack is there mainly for the respect of Viscerite. Now, if the Viscerite does not specifically stack you and plays like a Noah Bagelman style list that has like a bunch of the blessings and things like that, and they are just like, they build up to 20 and they attack you, I don't think they can win unless they get some like nutso bananas crazy Mordred Tide into Rebel turns and do this crazy shit, right? Like, I think most of the time you win. But if they are really stacking you, this is the installation that you need. So if they know you're on fatigue, which they will because you're going to flip over the Rampart, then they might take the opportunity to slow down. And you have these cards. There are 6 specific cards that force your opponent to go off early, which benefits you as a fatigue player. Crumble, because of, you know, lists like mine that people, I like to assume, are aware of, you know, not to toot my own horn or anything like that, but you know, you're playing pumps and shit, like just play the cards. So you play this out, which you actively want to play this card out anyway, or you play this out and this is like automatic, gotta go. Like they have no fucking option but to attack you. Like no option at all, no other way attack you. Because if they leave you with the cards and the chance that you have a smack, they are done. They are literally done stacking and they lose the game. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so closing remarks on Cindra. Like I said, I need to play it a little bit more. I think this matchup is a lot more difficult for this style of list for that reason, which is the whole point of having Stalagmite in the board app. So, okay. Guardian Mirror, you should just win every single time you have Sledge and you have all these D-Reacts and Unforgetting, Unforgiving. Like, dude, like this is the deck to play for Mirrors. Enigma. We can look at it, but you're dead. I don't think that there's probably anything you can really do. I'm always the type, you know, I recommend that you try. Always give it a solid shot, but the moment that they have a board state and you can't clear it, the game's over. That's all there is to it. So cut these D-Reacts and then some remembrances, because like you're never going to use these by the time you die. I hate to be so pessimistic about it, but like until Enigma is gone, she's going to be a bottleneck for Jarl for a while. Let's talk about some of the other MST heroes, or I guess our first one. Break Helmet as soon as possible. See, this is something we agree upon. Imposing plus blue, doesn't matter what it is, that's what you're doing. Big thing, you're playing Sledge. Hey, another thing that we figured out a little bit while ago, prioritize reaction arsenal and play CYPs. So all this makes sense. It's kind of common sense things, right? So obviously you want your D-Reacts in arsenal. You want to do that. One thing I want to kind of just explain, just to make sure people don't get the wrong idea. I don't think you should I think you should play your hand efficiently. And if you have to count your blessings, if there's an opportunity to maybe keep it to, you know, play around some disruption like Siren's Calls and being able to use your blues and get those out of your hand. In response to that, count your blessings is the best way to counteract that. Also, any arsenal disruption, obviously you just have it there. It's good to go. So it's a one sentence, but I just want to explain that a little bit more. Save equipment for face-up breakpoints and boots to save cards. Economy of cards to reach late with reds and pitch stack. So this meaning, obviously you want to use your equipment for the face-up breakpoints. That makes sense. That's kind of self-explanatory. The boots, though, there are going to be situations where you can use it as a reaction speed to stop something that's very critically important, right? And it could be a bonds that's about to rip all of your mangles, or a bonds that's going to rip something like your frozen death or your crumbles. You really got to get a crumble out there to be able to survive. You cannot fatigue a new before they can fatigue you unless you blow up their mask. The deck link is a Dory deck. What deck link? Is that Ed Knight, my third favorite card guy? Who's your first and second? What are you talking about? Is it because I said your aim in CS is bad that I'm your now third favorite? This is the worst. No, I was just trying to be honest with you, Mr. Melatonin and 8 o'clock. But anyway, good to see you, Taylor. But yeah, so the big thing is boost to save cards. There could be a situation where you're using that to be able to play some pivot back. I don't really play it that way, but in the description, in this description, yeah, don't ignore that right now. This is not the same list. That is Josh's old list. I think it was a placeholder, or not his old list, his new list. Sheesh. I don't know what the sheesh was towards, but with the delay in the chat. But anyway, avoid banishing red attacks. Play them block, not stealth, to use remembrances. This also makes sense. This is something that will happen. You have to be very conscious of doing this, because if you get in the habit of blocking things and just blocking your reds, and then you're attacking with your sledge and do these things, like, it can get a little tricky. So being able to pitch your fellings, your mangles, and your okens to the second cycle, you use your red plus a blue to sledge back, and then you're blocking with these other reacts. You know, you're setting a reaction in arsenal, you're blocking the other two cards, you have the reaction as a kind of fail-safe type thing, then it starts to make a little more sense, right? But yeah, that is vastly important, is play them or block, because you want your remembrances to actually have some text. Okay. This one is the most tricky, in my opinion. Other than, well, yeah, it is just the most tricky out of all these matchups for the most part. TheCardGuyz CS stream win. We've done one, by the way. If you haven't seen it, it's been a few months. I could probably tell you exactly when it was. But I think it was one of Josh's streams. And we went and all paired up and played some CS. And we called it TheCardGuyz After Dark. It's kind of funny. Makes you guys feel better. You're my favorite card guy. Yay! See? Somebody has to love me. Somebody does. It is my wife. She has to love me. And my mom. So I got a few. Last one out of the MST heroes is Zen, so they can Cosmic Awakening and Fatigue you, right? They can get to a late game position, so they can kind of counter fatigue in that way. So you pitch Oaken and Failing early to have them late, because you are the fatigue deck. It does get to like a kind of traditional ninja late game Kadachi style lock thing. Like, it can get to that point. So doubt whether or not Remembrance to return threats may be one. So I'm not huge on playing the Remembrance personally, but I think it is valid. I think that's a valid note to think about. So if you're having issues and somebody's playing a more kind of mid-rangey style Zen that has some explosive turns, it might be worth it. Might be worth it. I don't think there's very many other decks that we should talk specifically about The only one I could think of is, I can kind of go down the list. Arachne and Aurora going to be favored. Azalea favored. Brute favored. Cindra probably a little unfavored based on my initial assessment. Enigma is a auto loss. Florian might be difficult. Plays CYB, very defensive, maintain high lives to be out of range of the rune combo at the end. This one, I think it would be close to maybe even unfavored because they have Reaping Blades, so they can like kind of walk the life totals down with you and make it to where you count your blessings are very hard to use. And then they germinate you and go crazy. I'm not sure. I need to play it more. Haven't played it. Guardian, if it's not literally the same list, it should be free. Ira, it will lead to fatigue, which offer threats. Have a reaction to Arsenal to avoid surprises. Try to hit the hammer every turn and defend efficiently on card to save armor for block. Break points with on hit, so you're using Rampart for your counter blessings, so you can block the first Kadachi or the second card with a break point, whether that is blocking with 2-3 blocks in your Rampart against a 7, like a CNC or something along those lines, and then you use the extra for your counter blessings. It makes sense. Math checks out. CNC and CYB good. Yes. I agree with that. Try to break their tunic early. So CNC, tunic counter, pretend it's pummel, but it's actually a CYB. Yep, do that a lot. And also, if you fake them out and do that, it's really funny to watch your opponent's reaction if you're in paper. Prism. Okay, full fatigue. Do not hit the hammer to the face in case of aura plays. So this is contextual. Right? It very much depends on what the situation is. I would not say this is the set in stone, gotta do this heuristic type thing. I think depending on how late in the game you do want to actively start hammering. But in situations where you know it's very likely to be a very relevant instant speed aura, like a Genesis or something like that, don't attack. Don't waste your action point if all you're doing is hammering. It makes no sense. Just don't do it. Be smart. You play 10 poppers. So you play every single defense reaction that you can and not CYBs and none of these cards. So this 100% makes sense to me. This is one of the first times, I think I looked at this before, but I didn't remember exactly the structure. So the fact that I already agree with this it makes sense. Riptide. Assume it's fatigue. If it's full aggro, change remembrance for Blizzard. Makes sense. So right now it's only Blizzard out. Swap them if you want to. If you want to hedge, I would consider just swapping one anyway, just to be in the right order. Then set. This is gonna be easy peasy fatigue. Warrior. If it is Dorian Fang, bring in the staunch. If it's fatigue, play all. So, Staunch is already in the list. Maybe you side this out. Yeah, you side this out if it is Dualwood Warrior, right? So if it is Hatchets or something along those lines, take out the Staunches. If it's Fatigue, play the Remembers. And that's it. That's the list. So, hopefully you guys want to see some games. It might be like literally 2 games because of how long this can take, but we'll get some testing in this. So this is my Mario deck. Might show you guys that later if you want to see it. I guess I don't have this as a favorite. Okay, hold on just a second. I'm still here. Don't leave. Okay, I'm almost ready. All right. We got it going. Wait, why am I... This isn't a Patreon deck. I don't... You guys can see the list. I don't care. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see. I have a guess for High Seas. I think if there will be a power class, he will get an ally that is a Kraken. That would be sick. I am not convinced there's going to be pirates. Not convinced. Yeah, if you guys are struggling with Guardian, like I have been a little bit, I enjoyed playing Jarl. I think he's fun, but that is the thing. Like, if you're trying to be competitive, you can't just base everything on fun all the time. But you can have something that is also good that kind of like is in the range of what you want to do, right? So that right now has been Mario. So Mario has been a lot of fun. Oh, they're gone. Okay. Okay, never mind. This is a good test. Like I said, I haven't played with this specific list into Cindra, so I'm like really interested to see how this goes. Here I think it's probably just a pretty easy. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's worth gauntleting and playing channel. I think I do prioritize channel here. Then I'm going to do this. Didn't James White say there will be? Oh, I'm not sure. I haven't seen the interview. I don't know if it's supposed to be crumble. Channel turn 1 seems better against the full red deck, right? So you are going to play Kankuro. I'm not sure what Kankuro is. I apologize. Pitching a red. Well, this doesn't do much, does it? Maybe there's a world. Hear me out. Maybe there's a world where we draw an ice. That'd be really cool. All right, we didn't do it. Oh well. Yeah, I mean, sure. Crumble turn 0, draw frozen turn 1. I know. It is what it is. So that was the inefficient block, but I was trying to kind of high roll to keep the channel around. I wish this had go again. That would be really neat. But it doesn't. So we don't have a lot of earth. It might be better. I feel like we just have to keep this, unfortunately. I don't want these cards. I want to get more defense reactions, I think. Just to be a little more efficient. And if I could get closer to finding a root bound, then the spelling is going to be better, right? Okay, we got a loyalty. Nice. Dang! Alright, I should have crumbled. Unfortunate. Rip. We've learned. This hand does absolute nothing. And this felling is like one of the worst possible things to have in our arsenal at all. So Naruto reference. It was a ninja that... Oh, I see. I see. Yes, I do know that one. I did watch a little bit of Naruto when I was a young lad. Here... I'll just block. I mean, this hand doesn't do anything. Like, I actually blocked with my 4 block. Or, sorry, my 4 attack card. Blade Dance. Sure. We're about to get them full tempo. Attack me again. Okay. Pass. Hey, crumble. Crumble now. No earth. Okay. I have the perfect answer for this. Check this out. Defense reaction. This reference is good because the warrior head is called Kabuto. There's some Orochimaru. I do know that name. I remember that one. Thing going on with the hunted. Yeah, kind of, right? I feel like that was more MST though, with like the snakes and shit. I'm going to block Buckle. Because if we can play CNC, I'm okay with that. But if it ends up becoming a an angle where we need to block with the CNC, I can at least play a 1-card Crumble and do the thing. Shelter should be used to counter Flick. Probably, yeah. But they're not really doing that. So, do I value Stalagmite to keep CNC to do that? Or do I just want to Crumble? I think I want to play Crumble so I can get more Earth in the grave. Flick me up, baby. I block more by using Crumble. Is there a world they care about the extra card? Is there a world I care about playing this card? Maybe for the Unforgettings. All right, I'm going to take this. Again, this is like my first game with this list against Cindra. So just keep that in mind. If they crack Dragon Scale, that's like big gaming. Oh, they only... That was their second chain link anyway. What am I thinking? Alright, see a Flick. Put a -1 counter on that bad boy. Pass. Yeah, unfortunate hand. Still no Earth. Ignite. This blocks 2. It's pretty cool. This makes the thing cost 1 less, so it kind of is like a Stalagmite counter. So they can attack with their kunai. Then flick it and do the thing, right? So, I mean, I'll take a turn. It's fine. I don't really need this so tomorrow, I don't think. I mean, the note said the values to lag to some on hit, so I guess it's fine to block with CNC. Yeah. Yeah, so this costs 1 less. There's no real reason to block 1, right? Just is what it is. Oh, they get a resource. Yeah, I guess it does matter, huh? Potentially. Nope, doesn't matter. Yellow. Okay. Alright, so second chain link. You can see it up here. Tenant. See, ignite. This is also draconic. Stalagmite not very good here. Ooh, that's pretty spicy, brother. I think I should quick dodge here. And I'm doing this with the assumption that they're going to keep attacking me. The likelihood that they do anything else after this is probably not super high. So I'll keep the armor. So we do get more value out of our boots. Pretty happy about that. Crumble, you did your job, I guess, kind of. You did a job. Oh, this blizzard could fuck. Could be really good. Let's see if we can end their turn immediately. That'd be neat, right? Go again, no go again. Pitch 2 reds, please. Okay. Sick. Here, this card doesn't do much. I might be okay taking 3, though, to go get channel. Ravenous Rabble, going a red, that makes sense. Earth count, 1, 2, that's it. Let's get a block out of Rav, or the gauntlets against this Ravenous. Okay. We can get rid of this felling now, which is kind of sweet. I don't know. It's like, if I do this, I want to get value out of this rootbound, right? So maybe I'm just supposed to take this here. Is there a world where I block? I think I'm supposed to block with gloves here, just to have more decompose. Okay, great. Love that. Got a pitch of red for that. So not doing anything else after this. So, okay. This feels pretty good. Yeah, everything costs more, buddy. I think the 1 damage is like perfectly fine. Because we can decompose, put another felling in the yard. And now they can't get the daggers back because of the channel. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Yes, I would like to decompose, thank you. And this is effectively an 11 card swing. Of course, we're getting rid of one of our cards, but like, whatever. Cards are falling over on my desk. We're getting blocks out of them. Hello. No. Okay, sure. So they're going to get to draw a card next turn too. But they had to do it in the face of a channel, so that like forced them. Might have had like a more bricky style hand. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. It happened. Our tunic counter finally realized. Oh boy. Yeah, exactly. Hey, life totals are kind of equal now. Maybe we got some brick stuff out of them. Man, this hand could be so good. So we only have 1 earth. It's kind of unfortunate for the spelling purposes. So unfortunately, we're just kind of like, we drew a bad hand. That's all there is to it. I'm going to use this shelter. As weird as this looks, I think I'm just going to go ahead and send 7 because they have a hard time blocking. Yeah, that's a weird brick, right? For sure. 2D reacts and then Oaken. I'm sending 7 back. Think of it as if this is an E-strike. Okay, it's just an E-strike for 7. 2 cards 7. It's not bad. It's not good. It's not terrible. So they can get a card here, I believe, because of that. So if they decide to go for it, it'd be kind of cool for them. Their sake. Here, I'm gonna Stalagmite because I want to actively felling, and I have the opportunity to. So if I can keep this Unforgetting in my hand, then I get to put another felling in Arsenal, which is kind of cool. They don't have daggers and the flicks to be able to get the resource, to be able to pay for it, so it's like pretty nasty. Okay, so I'm getting dealt 2 damage no matter what. They can't get their daggers back, which is kind of spicy. So, honestly, I think it's just probably correct to block this and go get Mangle, and then gain 2 life and play Mangle. Yes, please. Can't do that, buddy. Now, if they want to keep their flick knives around, they actually have to block this, which is kind of funny. And this looks like pummel, so that's why we keep the card and don't just automatically throw it. Smack of Reality, I guess, technically has text, which is kind of funny. But we're gonna play this felling. Sure, I have the cards. I do. Let me go ahead and do this. Billy. Yes, I would like to decompose, please. Get rid of the fruits, and why not a buckle this time? Get rid of you, put this in Arsenal. You just realized it's Cindra matchup with no CYB. Yes, it is. It is no CYB. You're playing Stalagmite. Where did I get the notes guide for this? I'll just post it. I think it's public knowledge anyway. You could probably dig around for it, but yeah, I'll just link it to the description in a little while. I swear to God they have more. Okay, yeah. Holy D reacts. This is going to be a sink below into maybe a blue, hopefully. I don't want this rebound. Sick. What does this do? Whatever. Does nothing. Now we get to terrace under this Mangle, which is kind of nasty. I never didn't have it. Oh, is that a terrace under Mangle? Yes, yes. Yes, it is. Oh boy. Aw, a brick. Huh. I mean, this is more damage. No, it's not. It's not more damage. Lamau. This gives them a frostbite. Is that worth it? It might be. I'm gonna play a crumble. It looks so terrible. Brick hand. How many earth do I have? 1, 2. So this is a 4 block currently, which is not terrible. Also, I have this. It's not bad. I want to sink below and get rid of probably... Probably Buckle. Okay, this makes their next thing cost less, which is kind of annoying. I could go ahead and get rid of this, but I think the upside of being able to keep this for like a sink below option, it's not terrible. Because if I draw like a an Oakenold, that would be really, really strong. So I'm going to let this happen just because the reduction is on attack, right? So I can go ahead and sink below this. That might be correct. I could also go ahead and Stalagmite to try to get a couple more cards out of them, but I want to stagger this this mass trigger, I believe. I think we'll get rid of the Buckle. No, I think Seeds is the worst card here. Oh my god, I'm a god. Okay. Terra Center Mingle is how Jarl was supposed to be played. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Lava Burst. Yep. Hiya. All right, it hits. Yeah. Oh yeah. I like it. Oh, we are not arsenaling this card. The card sucks. No, I should have arsenaled. Fuck. Double Dominate Oaken. True. Yeah, I'll take a Mangle. Oh. Well. You. Do we have Earth? Yeah, we have a couple. Get him with a got him shelter, last shelter. No, you pitched shelter earlier. All right, now Seeds of Tomorrow is going to be a banger. Rabble. Rabble me. Is it worth giving them a Frostbite? I think it might be. And then just keeping this. It's like super annoying for them. Frostbite. This also gets a card. Thank you. Thank you very much. So this gets a card, and then this gets a card. So that's kind of why I valued that a little bit more. Blocking with Mask of Momentum. Interesting. Yeah, that was an instant regret. Not arsenaling. I know. Unfortunate for me. Okay, so one. I got 3 blocks. I can't use all of these cards, so I'm okay, like, probably blocking this. I have a D-react, so that's probably reasonable enough. Huh. Maybe I can dig towards my... What's its face? Dragonfire. Okay. Let's get rid of you. Oh, that's pretty good. So this requires more than just a block, because they probably won't D-react because they have a ton of reds. So funny how every Jarl build is like, this is the greatest hand of all time, and immediately, okay, so maybe I can do 3 damage. Yep. Yep. Okay, so they're going to 1 here, which is big gaming. Ooh, smack. Breaking point. I'll just smack, dominate, kill you. That sounds good to me. Hiya. All right, well, that didn't feel terrible, but I think them losing their daggers on that one turn was very critical. Very critical. That was like a big deal. So if they didn't do that, that would probably have gone a lot more different. A lot more different. GG. Okay, let me catch up on some chat. How's the matchup against New and Enigma? Enigma is awful. Absolutely dog shit. Against New, it is very specific on like what you need to plan, right? So no smack, no these for this. Makes sense. Okay. Good night. Good nights, Creasy. Too late for you. I get it. I understand. This hand doesn't really do a whole lot. So I'm pretty willing to just get rid of this and pass. They probably don't do anything. Okay. That's same blues in your Bravo deck. That New won't be able to use, however, I can't destroy the mask. Yeah, that's the difference, right? Arc Lightning turn. Interesting. Oh, shit. Yes, I would like to pay for that. I'll pay this one. I'm not like over inclined to give armor here. So I think it's probably worth just giving a card. Just in case they have some like channel shenanigans or something. They only have 2 more cards in the end, and I can fatigue this, right? Pay 1. This does have go again. Okay. I think Cindra not using her chest even once was a big mistake. That's also true. I also agree with these statements. Now here's the big thing to think about on this next turn, or this next attack, right? So I do want to block this because this prevents damage no matter what anyway. I think paying the 1 is still fine here because they could have a potential to just arsenal this card. If they do decide to attack with it, then sure, we lost some damage. Lost some health based off of that. It is what it is. Okay, so yeah, they're doing nothing. Makes sense. That's what we wanted. CYB, Felling. D-Rex. There is no way you're passing. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, this is a pretty good hand. Because we get the block 4 twice. It's pretty cool. We do want to block with these cards first. Because we want to go ahead and get the counter blessings going. 2 damage is going to be fine. We have the action of Rootbound Carapace, if that happens. If they decide to play like a channel or something. That's fine. We're going to gain this life back. It's like blocking with it. Make an embodiment. Here is fine. We're going to de-react. Okay, get it back. Sure. I'm still going to de-react. Now, if they attack me again with this card, which they probably should. Yeah. Let's go ahead and take this. Okay. Not bad. I'm going to sit on this for a while until I can get another Earth, potentially. Flittering Charge. I think I'm pretty happy with just going ahead and maybe using the Sink Below. Getting around to this So Tomorrow. I know this is a card that we could theoretically block with, right? Go ahead and do this now. Get rid of you. Channel turn, maybe. Could be cool. We have Tunic Rampart as an option as well. I will go ahead and do that. They probably don't end up breaking the chain, but yeah, either way. Like another one. Is that all of them? Jeez. Big go game. Starfall, not super concerned about that one. We have to do a little bit of the risk analysis on this. So I think taking this is fine. And then the next one we could potentially block with this if we so choose. Is that worth it to me? Not really. I think I'm okay going to 30. Because I think this channel does more. Because they're going to make another embodiment. Hopefully this hurts them. Hopefully. Discharge. Okay, they have a pitch card. They're pitching a yellow, so this could be all they do. If that's the case, then I want to keep this in Arsenal still and probably just get some block out of our gloves. Yeah, let's do that. I don't think they do anything else. Right. We go ahead and Command and Conquer. Okay, Crown Angle. So again, this changes nothing. They took a little bit of damage. They have a 4-card hand, but it's a random draw. Okay, we get the CYB a little bit still. Yes, sir. Let's go ahead and block with the Rampart. Ah, I see. I did think about that. To be fair, I know it didn't look like I thought about it, but I did think about it a little bit. Okay, so we give them another card for the 1 damage. That's another 4 to the 3. I think this is worth using now. Alright, so kind of a bad sequence here. This is bad math. Yep. Also, because of this is very likely to be another press. Okay, didn't expect press. Should be thinking about that stuff. Alright, so they gained a lot of value on this sequence here, for sure. Kinetic Shockwave. Is this being fused? It's not being fused. Okay. I'll go ahead and do this now so I don't forget. Go ahead and use the floating. It was pretty face up that they were going to do something with the Starfall. Could have been a sigil though, which is what I was kind of banking on, but we haven't seen a sigil. This could be good. This is good. Because I can Rampart and then have this. I can Rampart, block this, and then play this. Or vice versa. Ooh. Equal or greater power. So this does count towards that. And I'm banking on them not pumping this yet. Interesting. Lightning Greaves. Crack-a-lack and immediately vaporize. Ooh. Vaporize can blow up channel. Yikers. That's kind of crazy. I think I should probably pulse here to give them a frostbite in case they were trying to do something else. It's me. Yeah, this matchup can be tricky. That one turn, I took a lot of unnecessary damage. I should have just like no blocked the Starfall and then been able to keep the Rampart. I probably could have kept my gloves too. don't think there's a way to stop the draw from the channel effect either. Okay. What else are you doing to me? So I can't stop this. No, I can stop it. I can stop the draw because of this. I think that probably is worth it. And I will not break the chain. Or pay, I mean. Flittering, surge. No electros anymore. It's kind of sweet. I want an arsenal. I want Crown of Seeds. This would be so much easier with Crown of Seeds. Let's do you and you, because you're easy. Oh, they're just done. Okay. Wait, why? You can play this. I mean, their next hand was very bad. But they can't keep the channel around. Yeah, their next hand was absolutely trash. And then we would be able to come back, potentially, and give, like, 2 cards, because it would be face up, like, no extra stuff. I can play a truce. That'd be pretty sweet. Okay, well, we'll take it, I guess. Just bought your COS for Jarl. Your Crown of Seeds for Jarl LL. Yeah? Jarl LL over Oldham is a bold move. That was their big combo turn. They did almost nothing. Well, they still could have done something. They cracked their boots so they could, like, actually do something. I think you want to go first as this, like, fatigue deck in general. There is no wizard button. I think I would probably play Sledge into this matchup. Mangle, Rootbound is fine. This is good. This is good. The blues are good. We like blues. Remembrance. They can kind of potentially fatigue, I guess, maybe. This was up tokens. I guess if we are playing like this. What cards do I not care about? Oh, this feels like too many D-reacts, but I feel like this game could go very long, so I'm gonna do it like this. Okay. It is a trap to attack on the first turn. So maybe we just gain some life. I'm kinda into that, right? Maybe you? One bad about Lightning Greaves doesn't give go again, it gives action points. Yes, that is true. I may have said go again, but you know what I meant. Pass. And their things cost 1 more to do, so if they wanted to cycle their own, they would not be able to. I'm okay pitching this. Maybe Blizzard is bad. I probably shouldn't be playing that. I don't particularly care about anything at this stage, so I'm okay just doing this. And then playing the crumble and putting it on their hat. Any chance you have the list check the link for Dora? Yes, I know. Hold on. Let me just fix that since people keep asking. Excuse me. Yeah, let me do it later. I don't want to, like, affect the flow of the game, you know? We have a CYB, so let's just go ahead and pay. We'll pay with the buckle. Aw, you rude motherfucker. Maybe I can... So if I get rid of this, I'll draw something else, I can replace it, sure. I'm the life gain deck now, watch out. Yeah, if you look up Carlos Carrero's, it's in Spanish, but enjoy, yeah. It's the same thing. It's probably on Fabry. Okay. I may have missed some things. Was this Minecraft? Minecraft music going on? I guess it is video game beats. Yeah, it's not specifically Nintendo. Okay, so they can decompose next next time. Because they're blocking with a Autumn's Touch. You gonna pay 1 for that? Heck yeah, you are. Oakman old. No, don't do it. Are you decomping now? You rude. I don't like that. I guess I'll block with this Oaken old. I wish I could remembrance back my count your blessings. That would be cool. I think I'm gonna Heart of Ice instead of playing CYB, because I can just arsenal it and wait for later. The attack doesn't have go again, the link step doesn't see it, and chain goes to close step. Oh, I see. Oh, actually that is super interesting. This Heart of Ice is actually pretty banger right now. Oh, you son of a... That's okay, though. They usually do play a good amount of reacts, so, like, Heart of Ice is pretty sweet. So why Oldham was great against Pistol Dash back in the day. Each time Pistol reloaded, it broke the chain. Yep, for sure. Ooh, 2 block. 1, 2, 3, 4. They have plenty of fuel. All right. Ooh, Pulsing Aether. Okay, so... what's my next turn look like? I guess I can save CYB for later. I can do this. Maybe I'll keep this for when I draw a crumble. That would be good. I'll AB 1. Then I'll play the one from Arsenal. Now, I know this doesn't do anything because they don't have an Arsenal, but like, just trying to be efficient with my turn. Crumble. Too bad I don't have reacts. I don't want this card. Ring of Roses. Ring around the rosies. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. Where's my ice card? Ten. No. 3 times H pot is 40 damage on combo turn. It depends, right? Depends on the structure of the combo, but it's not far off. Okay, they are full decomposed. They are turned on, also known as horny. Healing pot, do nothing. Sick, bro. So I can Heart of Ice. A Felling. This Felling is pretty bad, right? Go ahead and remembrance back my this, and tear asunder. Doesn't particularly matter where that goes. I think I would rather see this and this first. Gaining 3 life to do that. What is in my arsenal? It's another D-react. Pitch this. Maybe I can replace the arsenal. Potentially if they attack me or something. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. So I think I can just do this. No, it's not like fueling my decompose, so I can get the mangle, which is kind of cool. Ed, so you're saving CYB for an icy day. Yes, yes. Yes, I am. Oh yeah, get rid of that tree. I hate that card. Card is so good. I feel like this is a pretty good spot. Okay, so first time you deal arcane damage, gain 1 life. So I'm stopping that. Nope. 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 Okay, well, they are doing some damage. We'll go ahead and AD here, because what's going to end up happening is I'm going to take some damage, and then I can CYB and then pitch this Unforgetting. I'm going to take another ping here, just so I don't forget. Yeah. Sounds good. Sure. Okay, so here I think it's probably worth pitching one of these, because I don't need any more. I can play off a 2-card hand pretty easily. Yeah, so now we can get the value off of the paying the one there. Nice. Felling, okay. So I'm going to Arsenal Command and Conquer, I suppose. I should be blocking with Gauntlets, but this is obviously the most efficient thing to do. Don't need that card, and then we'll sink. Oh no, not the tree! Oh god. Yeah, I mean, we definitely do that. This doesn't truly matter which one we pick. Oh, does that stack? It doesn't stack. Okay, good. Bro, what? What's happening? What are you doing? Okay. So, let's look at this. Root bound. Likely they have another root bound. Might be kind of high. So, do I value having this card? I don't think so. I value having this card in hand. Maybe. Because I want to play this. I guess we just do this. See if they do something. Yeah, I thought about Sledge Game 5. I think this is probably fine. I wanted to deny the effect. I want to strand some root bounds in there, I think, if I can. We'll go ahead and do 2. I think I have to take this one. It's pretty good. I got to take this too. All right, so no more tree. I am happy that there is no more tree. Ooh. I think I'm okay just paying 1 into it. Let's pay 1 with this one or this one. Which card am I more likely to want to arsenal? I'm probably not going to be able to arsenal. Well, that's rude. I guess I can still do this and block with this card and block with gauntlets. I think it's about time. Okay. Hey, you're giving me value on my AB that I have. Sick. Thank you. I have to have the earth, right? Yeah, for sure. Barely. Barely have the earth. Stonewall Gauntlet me, you won't. They didn't. Oh my god. Felling all over the place. I guess I could felling again if I block with one. Some bottom this card. Is that weird? Like okay with it. Let's do it again, why not? Get rid of you. Shelter. Up 12 cards and up for life. You are in a really good position. I'm doing okay. I think Heart of Ice into Mangle here isn't the worst play. Because it forces cards. So I have another Mangle that I can threaten the Plume with, maybe. Well, they played another potion. Yeah, this Plume isn't going to get killed. Yeah, you got to pay for that. Yeah, got him. They are in 40 damage range now. Yes. Yes, they are close. I really do need to, like, potentially hold on to one of these seeds now that we're getting close to that time frame, like you're saying. Yeah, with the Ring of Roses, too. Like, it's kind of crazy. Oh, it's only first time. Alright, well, I want to see that card first. Okay, now I think it's just Sledge. Alright, let's go ahead and gain up to 46. Makes sense. Hey, we can shuffle to get potentially something. I think it is probably correct to go ahead and pitch the sow. It also might be correct to go ahead and fruits. Or maybe Arsenal the Remembrance. I think it... Yeah. I'm going to Arsenal the Remembrance. Just because, like... Even if I do shuffle and I see a Seeds, it doesn't do much. I also could attack, but I don't actively want to do that, I don't think. It's go time. It's not go time. Okay. Keep the mangle in there just in case they keep attacking and doing things. I'm kind of like holding on to this because when I see a Seeds, I'm probably just going to sit on it. Yeah, this is interesting. Very weird sequence. Did I know about the interaction between action points? Oh, you're talking to somebody else. So Brigand action points from scouts and block multiple attacks with Ram. No, it's not. Oh, it's go time. Okay, I guess we're A being. Ooh. Sigil big turn. I could be dead here, which is kind of wild. So they're going to let one side resolve. Does amp count towards this Ring of Roses? I don't believe it does, right? Oh, it doesn't. Or, wait. Okay, I got it. So I just pay this anyway. Because the amp hasn't, like, triggered yet. Holy moly. $21. So I don't think I'm... Am I dead? How much is this? 25? No, I'm not dead, but I'm basically dead. That's wild. Alright. Seeds. Not a Seeds. Oh, Storm Striders? Storm Striders could get me, huh? Maybe I'll just do this. Pulse, pulse, pulse. I guess they're just playing towards tree. 1, 2, 3. This. Maybe get more blues. The blue might be a little better. Fruits? Yeah, fruits. So they do that. I need the AB. The only thing that they could do here, I would have to get rid of my arsenal. I don't think I want to do that. Yeah, I'm good. Let's plume the third one there. Yeah, they did not. Okay, we're gonna arsenal. I probably should have. I could have got channel. Yeah, I think that's better. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That makes sense. Now I'm okay attacking with this because I just need to dig. I'll call it. Wrong deck link in description. Yes, this is the wrong one. We'll have to change that soon. Oh, I guess Rampant does do this, huh? Scolding! Yeah. Good game. Yeah, we kind of knew about that. I just needed to... Where was my... My C's were next to each other on the bottom of the deck. Unfortunate. Oh well. Fair enough. We lost. Let's see what a mirror looks like. Then we'll call it a day. Guardian. Play. You play all the cards. Heh. Yeah, I probably could have played that better, obviously. But... Anyway, I know in the Battle Hardened finals against Verdance, they the Jarl was playing Rampart, I believe. So I guess if your goal is to like just straight up fatigue immediately, that makes a lot of sense. All right, let's just CYB and pass. Aw, rude. I guess I'll give this and this. If you got CNC, then whatever. Or pummel, I mean. It is what it is. I can't do anything about it. I'm not going to risk that immediately. Alright. Appreciate you hanging out, Gunter9. That Verdance only had Waning Moon, though. Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. That's true. Yeah, I think the Aether Tide is necessary for this thing. I think I still could have, like, potentially taken less damage and made sure my life total was really high and then just held onto his seeds. Played it a little bit smarter and probably could have been fine. This hand sucks. Good thing we got Sink Below. Don't really care. Oh, it's 7. Hello. Now I don't feel as bad. All right. Please. Yes. God. We're going to throw a remembrance as quickly as possible to get this trash red stack out of there. Oh, block 3, you say? They're playing Icequake and Canopy Shelter. This looks like Michael Hamilton's list. Dang, dude. I keep getting these. I'm going to CNC and CYB. Probably. Maybe block this. Don't do anything mean to me. Pummel. Pummel would be pretty good, huh? I'm just going to do this. It's got to be a pummel, right? Like, there's no... no way! These Unforgivings are doing absolute nothing. Oh well. Yeah. Crown of Providence. Yeah. Ooh. Bruh. I did a few times last game. It is what it is. Sure. Haha, got him. I'm rude. I know. So tomorrow, getting back nothing. Or did that? What did they get back? Oakenhold. Yeah, that Oaken. I mean, I guess I just block with this Mangle and Shelter, and then I can attack for 6. I wanted to like play this potentially, but it's whatever. He bricked harder than us, Lamau. True. It's 2 seeds. 2 seeds. To Russell. Holding on the seed slightly earlier would have stopped 10 damage on the combo turn potentially. Yes, yes. But I would have been holding onto that seeds for a while. That's the only issue with it. It's gonna probably shuffle unless I get another weird hand like this. So maybe do it that way. Tear ass. Okay, so if we think about this and we block with our armors, I don't think it's very good. So honestly, like, I don't hate the idea of just like blocking this card and then playing CYB. Is that stupid? Maybe it's time to give flexors? I don't know, like, I don't think so. I don't want to give armor. I'll just do this. I'll play the long game with ya. Could dominate Mangle. Could play Mangle, count your blessings. It's probably pretty bad. Dude, these Mangles are just getting chucked to the bin. It's pretty funny. Alright, did you brick? Oh, yes. Yes, you did. Maybe it's like... God, this is so weird. Like, Just give this. I mean, we win long game, right? Like every time. I'll just play a fucking Mangle. Play my last Mangle. I think it makes the most sense. Like, that's what the deck is built towards, is to do the long game thing. Just notice they're playing Spinal. Seeds. Holy seeds. Put a seeds on bottom, play a seeds. Block. Yeah. Oh, it's only 4. Now I don't even have to block. Well, this is awkward. I think I probably just take this to play CYB. Yeah. Reflexor's good in mirror match. Wouldn't the boots that came with the deck be better in the mirror? Common Earth boots came in Rosetta. I think the concession of playing these boots is because they're good into almost literally everything else. So, like, it's an extra board slot. Civic Steps is the better boot in the mirror, for sure. For sure. If you use it correctly. Sometimes you can just give your opponent a quicken token and they swing Sledge twice. Like, that's pretty annoying. But that, and yeah, the other boots are probably better in general than Quick Dodge Flexors as well. In the mirror. In the mirror. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll try to stop yawning. Just for you. This. Okay, we got some D-reacts. Oh, this is 7. Ooh, it's a good thing we got that. Give me these back. I think I attack with Sledge because I want to arsenal this. So this card is pretty bad. This one's pretty bad too. Which one's worse? That one's worse. Betsy gave Victor a quicken and was like, it won't be that bad. Let me do 19 damage. Yeah, sure. For sure. Yeah, when you give a Guardian a quicken token, especially if they're on Sledge, it's like this. It's not a once per turn attack, which is kind of funny. Yeah, I'm going to keep yawning as I play Fatigue. That's how it goes, you know? It's just so relaxed. That's what I'm going to say. Other people call it boring. I just think it's relaxed. Oh! We got a thing! If I give this, I take 3. I can dominate 10. I think that's good enough. I like dominate 10. It's pretty sweet. I have never seen a single stamp activation. It's like a side quest. I have done it a lot, but I've played Guardian for a long time. I have never done it in this deck, though. So, I have done it in Bravo plenty of times. You go like turn 1, stamp. It's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. I think it's a card that like you could easily side out, right? Like, or not side out, but like take out of your deck and put in another utility bloom. Whether that is another Truce or a Blizzard. Or you can take out Truce and play a Blizzard. It all just depends on the ratios you want, right? What is up, Nico? It is, but hey, Josh. It's not boring. It's not boring. What do you mean? I am so thrilled to be doing this. Oh, Talishar's breaking. These cards suck. Aw. Gerudo Valley remix? Yes, sir. This is what I needed. Zelda is my favorite series. My favorite video game series. That and Dark Souls. Love the Dark Souls series. Which they're kind of similar in some ways. If you don't have a race face and weakest link, what would you use instead? In what respect, right? Like in my previous list, or like what context are you? Yeah, this list doesn't play it, obviously, right? So like, there's plenty of other things that you can play. In the list that I've been playing, I haven't been playing Spinal, so that's probably a reasonable swap, right? Zek is like a spa day, chill, relax, and someone else does all the work. Facts. Facts. My favorite comment to tell people when I play fatigue style decks is if you stopped attacking me, I would start doing things, right? Like, if you keep attacking me, my cards are better at blocking, so I'm just going to do that. Afraid I enjoy a lot being the wall of the armory on Talishar. It's a mild experience. Yeah. All right, pitching a pummel. I can go ahead and give this, I suppose. I could like Terrace under this Mangle, and that'd be pretty hot, right? We do like that play, don't we, fellas? 2 CNCs are gone, so it's not like the end of the world to keep this card. I'll take 6. Actually, it might be better. Nah. 9 is a bigger number than 7. You could play Amnesia if you're worried about Zen in those spots. That makes sense. Second Tear Asunder Mangle of the Night. Yes, the lore accurate play. Absolutely. Mangle is by far my favorite art, for sure. Love me some Mangle. So if they give me Crown, they won't. Okay, I got a D-React then. They do not. Never mind. Why would you block like that, sir? I'm so confused. I like the fact that I can get more Mangles back as well with my Remembrance, so that's still in the deck. That shit is awesome. Yeah. This deck has a ton of Dominate. A ton. Comparatively to like this one. Ah. A block 3. Ah. You kept a red. Very weird. Very interesting choice, opponent. Guess I can keep this. Just attack with this. Yeah, that's fine. There's a reasonable, like, option to do gauntlets. How many earth I got in here? 0 earth. Oh boy. This is not a 4 block. Seeds. Oh, it's just 7. What are you doing, bro? Maybe I can arsenal this. You got something in that arsenal that's like pretty wild. So if I give arsenal this, yeah, sure, I'm okay with that. Maybe not. Think about it. I'm gonna block here and keep this arsenal. It's probably better. I'm okay having these cards. I don't want to risk getting like a good card that I want to keep. I love some sledge gaming. It's very fun. I would have drawn another seeds. Ice Quake. Okay. Ice Quake Felling for 11. You say. So I'm gonna have to put this card back. Pitch to play count. I can gain 2, I guess. Yep. Still no earth. I see no reason to like play this. Yeah, okay. So like, whatever. Oh my god. They played their poison at the wrong spot. Oops. Oops. What was this? Is this fused? Oh god. Lord have mercy. Fruits. Unfortunate. Okay. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Attack. Yeah, that's fine with me. Block. Yeah. They did it at the wrong point. Very weird. The fact that they're on that card in the first place is also wild. So let's think of it figuratively, right? I'd be at 29. Is it really that big of a difference? Probably not. We about to shuffle up. I'm gonna block, shuffle up, arsenal. All right, never mind. Maybe we're discarding. I think we're discarding. Yeah. Not too much value. One card deal A is pretty good. Yellow Winter Spite. There's a card. I'll go ahead and get some Mangles back. You know how much I like that. You know what? Just for you guys, I thought about the Stamp Authority, but I'm not gonna do that. Hey, this doesn't do the thing. If I de-react this, kind of. What does that do for me? Not much. Alright, let's just block. Same game plan, block, block. In all the CY value, not even close to be 29 or 37. So now, hey, now I'd be at 26. We have a lot more cards than our opponent. What does Stamp do? Stamp says if you have 2 or more cards in your pitch zone that cost 3 or greater, you get 1 more intellect. And triggers do not happen when attack action cards hit, right? So, you know, snatches and those things, that wouldn't work. And then it destroys itself at the beginning of the next turn, but it has no go again. So it's like a turn 1 only type card. Holy moly. I like this. I like this a lot. Okay. That was it. That's it. So, my initial reaction on this deck is it's pretty good. If I was going to play another Artian, I would probably play this. I think it's pretty solid. I think it has a good matchup into, or a, let me take it back. It has a good matchup into most things. It has a reasonable matchup into everything else, and it has an auto loss into Enigma. So hey, I mean that's not bad. Similar to Truce in that regard. I think Truce is a better card by a lot because getting the extra card, this gives you the extra card based on their attack, right? And then if they decide that they don't want to attack you, you get another benefit, right? That's why I think this is probably a little bit better. But this costs 3, so it does make your little hammer better. So it is. Yeah, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Go ahead. Go to this. I guess while I'm here, I will go to the stream, and I will post this deck link. Let me see. If I go back to manage, how do I do this? Stream. Where is the... Did I mess it up? No, you guys are still here, right? Maybe it's showing up on OBS. Oh god, I broke everything. Okay. If you can still see me, I think I'm fixing it. Save. Am I still streaming? It is live. It says live. Okay. It's here. I have updated the deck link. You can use it now. It is on there. So everything is good to go. Hopefully you guys enjoy it and you do well at your Artians. So appreciate everybody hanging out. We'll do this again same time next week with whatever you guys want. So maybe I will try some Mario or something if you guys want to see that. I'll do a poll or something. So, you know, catch me on Twitter or in the TheCardGuyz Discord or whatever. You know, we'll figure it out. We will see you next time. Bye. You were the girl that destroyed me. Makes sense. Haha. Got him. Got him.